What's going on, everybody? Thought I'd do something a little bit different today and go through some of the comments on my last video about the 4th of July offers. There's, quite a few comments on it, 266. Some of them got a little spicy. And then, I was perusing Reddit, as one does when you play MCOC. You go to the MCOC subreddit, and I see this posted. Opinion about content creator. Hey, that's me. What's this about? Let's see here. So I recently saw his video regarding the July 4th offers. The video has received a lot of negative comments asking him to spend the units or quit the game if he just wants to keep doing arena streams and not doing content like Act 7 months after its release. What does this sub think of him, and do others also think he should just quit the game instead of prolonging the demise of his account? Hate to be this poor bastard, huh? 122 comments in this thread. Ooh. YouTube is the wildest ride I've ever been on, man. Full of plenty of ups, downs, twists, and turns. Listen, what I'm about to express to you guys, this is not a complaint. I feel too fortunate to complain. It's just YouTube, it's still a relatively new thing. You might be thinking, like, it's been around for 15 years. What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, society as a whole, like social media and all that stuff, across the entire timeline of humanity. I don't even know if 15 years qualifies as a drop in the bucket. It's still a relatively new thing. And there's still a much smaller percentage of people on, this side of the screen, I guess. So I just kind of want to share a unique perspective, that's all. Not a complaint, just sharing a unique perspective. I play MCOC every day, so of course I go to the MCOC subreddit, and when I see a thread about me, it makes me feel like a ghost. Like I'm in the room, and I can see and hear everyone, but they're talking about me as if I wasn't there. It's such an odd feeling. It's not just threads about me, but just all the different comments going through threads that had nothing to do with me in the first place. It's bizarre. I want you guys to kind of imagine this scenario for a second. You're standing around a group of friends, and maybe there's like 7 or 8 of you or something like that, and one of your friends turns to another one of your friends in that circle and goes, Hey, what are your thoughts on Bill? Huh? What do you think? Should he just get the hell out of here or what? And meanwhile, you're Bill, and you're just like, dude, what the hell, man? I'm right here. What do you you know what I mean? It's such a bizarre feeling, except instead of a small group of friends, there's 122 people all, yep. And I don't know how many more people that were reading this that just didn't comment. So it's like walking in like an auditorium on stage, and it's just like, hey everybody, glad to be here. Real quick though, what are your guys' thoughts on Bill? Should he just? I mean, come on, that guy's a real a-hole. Get him out of here, right? And you're just like, yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy. Just saying, it's a little bizarre to see. That's all. I can't even imagine, the like movie stars of the world that basically have this times a million, since it's like a global thing instead of just like a really small, tight-knit community. But it's still bizarre no matter how you scale it. Top comment from Kasekio here saying, honestly, I really do love BG, and a year ago he was the beacon of hope for free-to-play players, proving that with enough dedication, even they could reach the higher levels. Sadly, though, over this last year, he's slowly just given up on the game. So, listen, Kasekio, no disrespect here, but I just have a question for you. I mean, how much is enough dedication? Like, we realize this is a game here we're talking about, right? Don't get me wrong. I enjoy games that you would describe as needing some level of dedication. I enjoy, grinding in games and developing a certain mastery over the game, the critical thinking involved, the decision making of, in MCOC terms, picking which champion to rank up and, why you're making those decisions. I love all that stuff, and I still love MCOC for those reasons. But how much is enough, would you say? I never set out to be a beacon of hope for the free-to-play players, even if that's what you wanted for me, maybe, because, well, I'm not willing to put in enough dedication. No, this is a game. I play it as much as I wanted to have fun. That's it. Y'all complain about Kabam, but then also complain when a major creator doesn't spend money/units on their game. So true. I genuinely don't understand why he plays the game anymore. The thing is, I really enjoy his streams and I grind the arena with him in the background. Oh, but I don't understand what the point of doing the arena is day in and day out when he does not want to do any content and doesn't open any crystals. That's literally all the game is, so what is the point of only doing the most boring side of the game? Okay, this is a good comment to respond to. So, here's the thing. I would highly disagree with this statement right here. Most people that you talk to, whether they're happy with the game or unhappy with the current state of the game, they'll tell you that the community is a large reason why they're still playing. You know, whether it's a larger community like the subreddit here or something like that, or a smaller tight-knit community like your own alliance. And maybe a good way to think about my approach to the game right now is if you've ever thought about an alliance mate that maybe you've played with for years, and for whatever reason, whether they had to because life, or they just chose to take things a little bit slower in game. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to still be able to talk to that person on a somewhat regular basis, rather than just being like, well, that was fun, see you never. I mean, there's definitely more to this game than just doing Act 7 and opening up crystals. That's kind of where I'm at with things. I'm just chilling out right now, still talking to the friends, because as cheesy as it sounds, that's part of what MCOC is. It's the friends we made along the way, damn it. The arena grinds 24/7. 28 people upvote. Does that mean at least 28 people think that I grind 24/7? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Even when I was the most active I ever was in this game, I wasn't grinding 24/7, yet people thought I was grinding for every single champion in the arena just because they saw a stream title of, Korg Arena or something like that. I've grinded for a small number of champions over the years, a small handful every year or something like that. And yet, well, this is always the rep is, yeah, you just grind 24/7, man. So let's read the rest of this. He grinds 24/7 to never spend a unit. It's crazy. He always saying stuff like, I want to save my units for better offers, but when those offers come, he doesn't buy them and keeps sitting on the units. So, I mean, here's the thing. I have 25,000 units up there right now. How many units do you think I've collected throughout my time playing this game? No, seriously, like, it's had to be, many hundreds of thousands of units. Where do you think they all went to? How many offers have I passed on? How many, like, 4th of July Cyber Weekend offers this is maybe one of, like, 2 or 3 over the years. Like, I spend the units on almost every offer. This is a rare occurrence. My goodness. You can buy the offers now and still have 6 months plus battle chips to grind out more units for GGCs. Okay, so King again, no disrespect to any of these replies to these comments, but do you realize what you're saying here? You're saying that if I get these offers, I then need to dedicate the next 6 months and apparently grind them 24/7 in order to get the next offer. What happens if I don't feel like grinding the next 6 months? What happens if I play a different game and then I'm not just grinding the arena all day, every day, apparently? Like, this is having units. It's not exactly like having money. Money, it's different, right? It's real. There's real consequences to not having money when you've got, like, rent or something, or maybe you didn't expect a medical emergency and a surgery that costs $50,000 and insurance only costs $10,000 of it, and now you're screwed unless you have that covered, right? In game, it's a little bit less dire than that. If you can't get the next offer, big deal, right? But at the same time, units, much like real money, affords you freedom. I don't have to spend the next 6 months grinding out more units if I don't want to. Can I still grind for? Yeah, of course. But if something comes up and I don't feel like grind, I don't have to, man. I have the units already. The last thing here, GGCs. I did mention GGCs for the slightest split second in the video, and I wish that I didn't, because in my head, that was kind of just like a throwaway statement. The majority of the video was meant to be about deciding between the two Thronebreaker 10k unit offers. That's what I spent the most time talking about. And then at the end, I was just like, yeah, but I'm not going to get them. I'll spend the units on GGCs. In my head, that was more of a way of saying, like, I'll spend them on something in the distance. I wasn't trying to say I'm going to get a better value opening up GGCs or anything. I don't care. I'm not looking for a better value right now. Right now, no one is counting on me. I'm not in an active alliance. There's not 29 other people there where I have to, hold my own weight. Otherwise, I feel like I'm, not living up to the sort of hidden terms that are agreed upon when you join an alliance of, like, yeah, doing your part, right? So if I, rejoin an alliance, I can take this, this freedom that I've afforded myself up here with these units and pick up whatever relevant offer there is at that time to make sure that I am, once again, holding my own weight in a group of players in an alliance. The GGC thing, I'm not going to blow all my units, or at least probably not going to blow all my units on GGCs this year. But could I? I mean, I could if I wanted to. Hell, man, I could take... I could ship over 30,000 units of GGCs to a brand new account and just, go berserk at level 1, popping open tons of greater gifting crystals, and then see what happens just for fun, just for the hell of it. You can do that instead of just being held to having to grind the next 6 months. I guess we'll just wait for him to explain herself. My goodness, I just cannot wait for him to explain herself. That's too good. Oh, man. Okay, what else we got here? You are absolutely correct. He's been doing this thing for like the last 2 years where he says, I gotta save for Xmas deals. Then they come out and he doesn't like them and he says he's gonna save for the next thing. Again, I've bought so many offers over the years. It's crazy, man. How is this not being seen? How is this person absolutely correct? Is it me? I don't know. A lot of people seem to agree with these last two. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I didn't buy enough. It's never enough. We're back to the first comment of how much is enough. There is never enough. The thing that sometimes gets on my nerves is absolute laziness to even claim the rewards. What's the point of playing the game if you don't even care enough to claim the rewards? Here's the thing. I do claim the rewards. I just claim them later on in the overflow. The biggest reason why? This. You see this in the top right corner? I'm on freaking Reddit. And Reddit has picked this up from mobile games, and just this is what everything is going towards, this attention-grabbing nature where this flashing, sparkling, open gift. I'm on freaking Reddit. I don't need a gift here. You know what I mean? But that's how MCOC is. That's how all these games are, where it's like you do something, anything, and there's a little notification that pops up. Claim this, claim this, claim this. I don't want to put my attention towards those things. I'll look there eventually and, just keep it nice and efficient rather than bouncing all around. I get a single crystal, open that crystal immediately. No, I'll do it all in bulk later on rather than having to make sure I click on every little retention mechanic that, these different things are throwing our way. It's annoying. There's plenty of us in the same boat. Here's the best way to help you understand. Playing the game for 7 years, personally, I've invested a lot of money in the game. I hate all the story mode from Act 6 and up, along with variants. I do have the initial completion for all. Zero desire to do Labyrinth or Abyss. Hate War and haven't run it in years. Do run AQ and I'm bored with it. I do enjoy Battlegrounds, but I do feel I get annoyed with it quickly. Personally, I'm not a fan of 5 nodes on a fight, and if you don't play flawlessly, you're dead. In the past, I'd buy all cyber/fort/spring cleaning deals. Kabam's customer service attitude is horrendous. Constant bait and switch with champions. The game is a dumpster fire, dude. This comment is really spiraling here, man. But for some unexplainable reason, I hang on thinking it's going to get better. Deep down, I know deleting it is the only option, but just can't seem to walk away from it or my alliance mates. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. This person's basically playing because they've made some friends and they enjoy playing with those friends. They enjoy being part of that alliance. Expand outward beyond just an alliance. And yeah, I mean, when you're on YouTube, and especially when you stream every single day and you see the same people and talk to the same people day in and day out, it's only natural that, like, it's not just suddenly 29 other people in the alliance or 9 other people in the battle group, which, by the way, I think even just in my own battle group, I probably played with 100 different people over the years, hundreds across the alliance. Like, it's more than just like a few people, you know what I mean? I used to like BG a lot, but I kind of get turned off from his content when he's not really willing to criticize Kabam, and it's become more and more apparent. I don't know if it's because he doesn't like conflict, but with the size of his platform, if he was more vocal about Kabam and willing to call them on their BS, it would hold a lot more water for things to change. Interesting. I'm really curious if you've missed this video or this video or this video, or I mean, listen, you don't have to like, it's fine. I'm totally okay with you not liking me. But also, like, don't actions kind of speak louder than words? You know what I mean? If for example, I think it's BS that there's costs associated with just, you know, queuing up for a battleground match, but then I go and play, you know, hours and hours of Battlegrounds or something like that, my actions would be saying the opposite of what my words are. But instead, I say, no, like, this is bad, this needs to change, and then I don't participate in that thing because, you know, I actually mean what I'm saying. I'm not just saying it just to, you know, I don't know, man, cause some kind of discussion, but then secretly love it and I'm super into it or something like that. So again, man, you don't have to like me. That's okay. But this is just, yeah, this is totally incorrect. He's just become so bitter and negative. Okay, so this person thinks I'm too negative. The last person thought I wasn't negative enough. Fine. Yeah, screw that guy. BG can go suck a turd. Let's go to YouTube. Top comment on the video. I don't even know how YouTube sorts comments because some of these other ones, they have higher votes, but let's see here. LJ, if you're going to go for Paragon, remember the unit offers expire 1 day earlier than the cash offers. Oh, actual helpful comment. Nice. Just go ahead and quit the game. People want to watch you open crystals or do content. Eat my maybe he could use some love. Roy Kenneth says, why do you even play this game anymore? For arena? The Beast says, just pass and complain how free-to-play can't catch up. 17 replies to this. Hopefully people kept it civil. Exactly, he's a joke! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark! Don't be mean. Oh, what a nice person. What else is this person saying? Not trying to be mean, man, but it's the true. Oh, it is the true. He literally does that! Talks so much about the gap, but then when he's given the opportunity to close it, refuses to, and then continues to talk about the gap like bruh. Sam says, dude, you grind your ass off all day, then you decide to pass in these deals? Love you, man, but honestly, why are you still playing this game when you've lost your love for it? Isn't it time to branch out and stream something new? Oh, this is interesting. Cavalier unit deals were actually a ton better than what was leaked. I actually didn't realize that. What was leaked was the uncollected and below offers. They got it wrong calling the Cavalier offers. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't see the actual Cav offers. I just assumed since the other ones were accurate. So the Cav offers, maybe they were actually good. Jake says this game is better when BG participates. Watching him on the sidelines makes me sad. And me too, a little bit, Jake. Let me guess, after he hoards units till the gifting event, he'll just go, I'm gonna save my units for July 4th. Units are there to spend, not to hoard! I will do that. I'm confused as why you would skip this in favor of the gifting event. I'd imagine the value here and future Paragon value would be worth it more than the potential value of the gifting event. This is totally true. I tried to say that in the video as well. Maybe I didn't express it clearly enough, but I did try to say that. Sorry, but I generally don't understand why you wouldn't pick these offers up if you have the units. Oh, I tried to answer that in the video too, but okay. OMG, what do you think you'll get from gifting? Greater gifting crystals won't even give you half the catalyst for double the units of these offers. You've completely lost touch. BG is the son I wish I had to also beat. Now spend some units. Okay. Got the 1,000 unit bundle, pulled 6-star thing. I'm happy. Hey, all right. I'm surprised and saddened. You need these deals for Battlegrounds, BG. When I play you, I want you to have a similar roster to mine. Mostly rank 3s and a rank 4 or 2. To have a roster advantage over you kind of ruins it. Red Dog, I understand. I agree. Doesn't buy deals on big events like this, even though he has the units, but then complains about not being able to compete in high alliances anymore because he doesn't spend money. So stupid to pass on these deals if you have the units. BG is the saving guy. He's the guy that says, save your units, don't buy that. I'm pretty sure in the video I said, no, these are great deals to buy. But okay. A really weird and dumb decision, I must say. Sure. You just gave me motivation to do the same. Thanks, BG. Save me 600 bucks. Dude, congrats on being able to buy, I mean, whatever you want. 600 bucks. That's a lot of money. Seems like BG puts more value in the gifting event and sees it as his best chance to catching back up to the leaders. Not exactly. He's not driven by impulse or what his viewers want to see. Well, that part's true. Plenty of other channels with openings. Let BG play his own account. Hey, that's a good comment. I'm free to play and Thronebreaker player. Also past on buying. Love your videos and I want to see more. There's a lot of actually really nice comments in these threads as well. I'm Thronebreaker and only bought the $10 offer. This game is broken and needs to be fixed before justifying to spend a lot of money. You know, a lot of people say that, but few actually do what this person is doing. So, PG has been complaining for the last 3+ years of there being no viable way to get 6-star 6 stones. He gets an offer for over 100 generic 6 stones, but says he wants to save all his units for the grossest event Kabam has ever put on, aka the gifting event. I did call it that, and I stand by it. I think the event, if people who made content about Diablo Immortal got wind of an event like that in MCOC would have hit the news. Big time. You're a smart and patient man, BG. I respect the self-control. Me, on the other hand, am an addict and got 6-star Hercules, so I'm in for the whale ride. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. BG is straight up a hoarder. On top of that, a very stubborn one, so there's no point in trying to convince him. As a fan and supporter for years, this is the worst decision he's ever made. Apparently, Omar is laughing so hard that his ass is actually coming off. This guy is just trying to justify his own thought process. Save units for later. To what end? Oh, GGC, laughing my his ass is just, dude. Somebody get this guy a Velcro butt seat or something. I don't know, dude, but his ass just keeps coming off. He's laughing that hard. He talks smack about RNG, and that's literally what GGC are. This is a guaranteed value. You know exactly what you're getting with that 10K bundle, brother. I feel, dude, this guy is putting on a show with this guy. He didn't just want a plain comment. He's going to the theatrics of it, really putting a lot of emphasis behind all of his points here. Let's continue. If you're truly free to play, you know the value and difficulty of getting ranked formats. This is far, far better value than Act 7 offer. True. Same amount of cats, but the extra items are crazy good. This is coming from a free-to-play player who's working hard to get Paragon, and thanks to this, I'm a few weeks away from getting that title. His thought process and justification is all over the place, makes no sense. First off, Omar, no hard feelings. I'll still cheer you on and be happy when you get Paragon. Good luck, buddy. I didn't respond to as many of the YouTube comments. I just did kind of a quick lightning round because I feel like I tried to express, and I would just be repeating myself from what I was saying when I was going through the Reddit ones. But I do gotta say, I do enjoy the YouTube comments more. It feels like people at least know I'm in the room for the most part, you know. Whereas Reddit, I really do feel like a ghost. But anyway, just as like a quick summary here. No, I'm not spending all of these units on greater gifting crystals. I'm sorry I mentioned it in the video. It's just, I'll spend the units later when I feel like it. I don't want to have to be tied down to dedicate myself for the next 6 months of grinding 24/7, as that one comment put it, to get these units back. I want to have the freedom to spend these units when I please. And it is a very real thing that, you know, the catalysts, their value do diminish over time. And since I'm not super active in the game right now, and kind of just want to be that guy that, you know, stepped away from the alliance but still keep up with the friends that I've made along the way, I'm going to save these units for, you know, a time where I do want to be more active, or just do something totally stupid with them and ship off 30,000 units to a brand new account, because why the hell not? I can do whatever I want with these units. And that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys understand a little bit. I have no hard feelings about any of the comments on, you know, this video or in the Reddit thread. No hard feelings against the person that made the Reddit thread. It's okay. The thing is, man, you know, as much as I describe it as a weird feeling, I'm old enough to not give a damn. It's one of the greatest parts about becoming older. I'm not that old either. I'm 35, but I'm just saying, like, you know, beyond like the teenage years, you really start to just not care so much about what other people think. Of course, I care to some extent what people think about me. Everyone is always going to, but you just brush it off. That's it, man. We just move on. So I don't mind. Make as many threads or comments. Do whatever you guys want to do. But just remember, maybe not everyone has hit this stage of life. So when your alliance mate, you know, maybe steps down from the alliance, maybe you shouldn't tell them to go quit the game. Alright, anyway, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.